All right, guys, here we go. More Parz compilation 2. Thank you very much for this. Appreciate it big time. Thank you for the request. Oh my god, we actually just uploaded. I don't know when. Well, obviously you're watching this now, right? We just uploaded the first More Parz video on our channel, the most viewed compilation. It was, oh my god, dude. I love these kind of videos, man. I actually love them so much. We were actually just talking the other day about kind of related, right? We saw, bro, Steve Irwin's son, Robert Irwin, bro. He has taken up the mantle of his dad. He posted a clip of him like holding a snake and everything, and I just got flashbacks, man. I'm telling you, I love the I love like learning about animals, about all of this kind of stuff, and More Parz makes it so fun as well with these. It's great, dude. It's great. So thank you very much for the request, guys. Are you ready for a 50-minute video of More Parz? Like, right, man. Shall we get started? Here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it.
This seal is such a menace that he routinely gets the cops called on him.
Okay. Oh no.
Introducing our protagonist, Neil the Seal, a
Neil the Seal,
absolute unit of a southern elephant
what?
From my home state of Tasmania.
He's massive.
Under, who is known for, above all else, being an absolute fucking menace to polite society. But despite his crimes, we all still truly love him.
Hey.
But what are his crimes? Well, see, he seems to just fucking hate traffic cones and road safety in general. Has regularly been caught trespassing, and then once he has been caught trespassing, belligerently screaming at locals because they won't give him his fucking fish, and has been known to just block roads by plopping his fat ass down directly in the middle of them. However, hands down, the funniest shit he has ever done was just straight stopping this random lady from going to work. I shit you not. This motherfucker crawled out of the ocean, up the beach, crossed the road, absolutely fucking bodied this woman's poor letterbox, and then proceeded to plant himself directly in front of her fucking car.
Oh my god.
She was then unable to go to work because this half-ton beefcake was keeping her
boss, I can't come into work.
So damn
a Steeler's
long.
blocking my driveway.
You just had time to drive out to her house and cover the fucking story.
Oh my god.
Now, this is a lot of menace for a single seal to cause, but the funniest part of this is, old mate isn't even fully grown. He's like 5 years old.
What?
If you think he can fuck things up now,
imagine.
Wait till he's nearly 2
solid
probably ass tons of blubber.
Nah, that can't be real. That can't be real.
And takes issue with the wall of your house.
Oh
I do
my
not
god.
think that seal damage is covered on my fucking insurance plan, dude.
What?
Never get shocked when I whip out like a flawless American accent. Because I've got like a really thick Australian one, right? But I am not above. Just, dude, I can't wait to go get like burgers later, man. I'm like so hyped for burgers, dude. I
Incredible.
fucking love cheeseburgers.
Incredible.
Dude, you've been watching the NFL? Super Bowl was crazy this year, man. Eagles just like fucking dumpstered the Chiefs, bro. It was crazy. Australia lost a war to emus.
Ah, yeah, we watched it, didn't we?
But how? Yeah. How the f did we lose an armed conflict with flightless birds? Well, it all started in 1932 when farmers in Western Australia wanted to grow wheat. There was just one major problem.
Yeah, we watched
That's
this
emu
one,
territory. And emus really like wheat. And coming in at 6 foot tall and 40 kilos in weight, they can eat a lot of it. So when breeding season came around, the emus migrated to the farmland. And these poor farmers were overwhelmed by a tyrannid swarm of man-sized poultry, 20,000 emus strong. These feathered tanks then proceeded to completely steamroll through the fences into the fields and started laying waste to the wheat. The farmers attempted to fight back the initial wave with rifle fire, but their efforts were, putting it lightly, completely useless. This ginormous L made the farmers pretty bloody angry, so they gathered together and went to the government to ask for help. Sir, 20,000 emus have hit the wheat fields. Fuck me, mate. And so the government declared the emus enemies of the state and sent in the army to commence the Great Emu War. The entire 7th Heavy Artillery Division was deployed to WA.
Bloody hell, man.
10,000 rounds and the sole objective to blast anything with feathers. A little bit excessive for an overgrown turkey if you ask me, and upon their first deployment, the army immediately ran into a major problem. Emus are fast.
Speed.
Really fast, clocking a top speed of 50 kilometers an hour, which meant that once they opened fire, the emus would immediately bolt out of range of their weapons. But they still took a crack at it, and then immediately stopped when both LMGs jammed after only dropping 12 emus. This embarrassment led the army to retreat and rethink their plan. So a few weeks later they returned, this time mounting the LMGs on trucks in an attempt to run the birds down. However, this also didn't work, because after figuring out that those trucks meant they were about to be turned into a KFC family bucket, the emus started leaving scout birds who would warn the flock of the approaching trucks, which gave them all time to book it before the army even got there. And whenever they did catch the emus, they found out they were kind of... Because emus are mostly feathers, and there's a lot of places you can hit on them without doing any damage.
Oh, wow.
Meaning it was taking around 10 bullets for every one bird. So after a month of blood, sweat, tears, and 10,000 rounds of ammunition, the army managed to bring down 960.
Oh my god.
The population was 20,000. This was an issue as, unlike America, our defense budget is not a bottomless pit. So the army had wasted all that money to achieve absolutely fuck all. So the government just kind of built a really long, really shit fence around the farms and called it a day. How the fuck did we lose this? I could have done a better job with a boomerang and a cricket bat.
Actually incredible, man. I love this guy.
I have been assaulted by a cow. One of the cows is called Monty, and he's an adolescent, and I made the mistake of turning around for like 5 seconds, and in that 5 seconds, this 500-kilo cow runs up behind me while I'm sorting out his food and tries to f***ing mount me.
Oh my god. Oh no.
He nearly squished me.
Yeah, he's seen on
If I hadn't
Twitch,
hit legs, I would have been squashed by a horny f***ing cow.
Oh my god. Bro.
This bird has to rearrange its organs and skeleton just to lay an egg.
A kiwi bird.
This cute little guy is the kiwi bird, a species of ratite native to New Zealand this time, and the absolute poster child for getting cucked by evolution. You see, this walking featherball is actually directly related to the emu, ostrich, and cassowary, being a member of the same family.
Those things are scary as hell, no?
However, there is a problem. You see, the rest of the Kiwis bloodline actually looked up a build guide before picking their stats spread, and as such made sure to trade the whole thing for something useful. With all of his cousins specking into speed, size, and some kind of offensive capability.
But the kiwi...
So that leaves the question, what did the kiwi pick to make up for not flying?
Nothing.
Absolutely
nothing. Man.
Kiwis are tiny in comparison to their relatives, coming in at only 4 kilos in weight and 50 centimeters tall. This is because Kiwis evolved largely on an island with no natural predators, so they downsized and traded out the knife feet and bloodlust for just being a little guy with a good attitude, which honestly worked pretty well for them, until the British did British things, and now they have to deal with cats and dogs trying to eat them. And considering this build was not designed for PvP, they have been tracked so hard by invasive species that they are now unfortunately an endangered animal. But getting shafted by the British is just the beginning of the generational violation of the Kiwi. Because these poor feathered fruits can't even reproduce without getting f***ed over. You see, the kiwi bird's cousins are famous for laying huge eggs.
Yeah.
I'm talking hit your protein macros in one meal-sized egg. And you would think that is because they are large. And you would be wrong. Because their vertically challenged cousins have to lay eggs the same size.
A kiwi... No! What?
Have to lay
Are you serious? Oh my! Today I learned, man. What the hell?
Size. A kiwi bird lays eggs 20% the size of their body. With the egg being so bloody large, it rearranges their internal organs and stretches their rib cage just to be able to hold the thing. For reference, that is like a human giving birth to a 15-kilo child. That's not a bun in the oven anymore. That's a whole f***ing bakery.
Oh, lordy. Lord have mercy, bro.
There was a big-ass huntsman that used to live in my house, and I'm gonna be honest, dude, I kind of just let him hang out.
Right. They're not like crazy. They're not aggressive, right?
I'll tell you that much. There's a huntsman, and they do. Ooh.
I was quite happy to let him just chill. Because
I
never
see all
saw
that,
a
but
mosquito or a fly in that house. So he was paying rent in his own way, you know?
What? Oh man. I was pretty chill. They go off the bed. Yeah. So I've heard. I mean, I would still be scared, like crapless, but still. Right. Yeah, exactly, right. A bunch of other flightless birds living on Pacific Islands called rails just devolved flying because there was no reason to leave the island. Hey, you respect.
Scientists just de-extincted a 12,000-year-old dog. Well, kind
Oh
of.
no,
See,
I remember this.
bioengineering
I've seen
company
this.
called
Yeah.
Colossal has dedicated itself to
I've
doing
seen
what
this.
every single Jurassic Park film has told us is
Not
a
to
bad
do.
idea.
Oh my
Bringing
God.
back extinct species. And recently, they made a breakthrough. They have
Yeah,
managed to bring
some
back
kinda
the
husky-looking,
12,000-year-old
right.
direwolf. You know
Direwolf,
those big-ass
that was
puppies
it.
from Game of Thrones that the Starks had? Yeah, those were actually a real-ass animal, alive during the late Ice Age. And the best way I can describe them to you is basically a wolf on steroids.
What happened to him now?
These things were bigger, faster, and stronger, estimated to have the highest bite force out of any canine.
This was a while ago.
And a move that I'm sure has no implications. They have managed to bring these bad boys back to life.
Dang.
These two little guys are now 6 months old and have been living on a private plot of land with 24/7 veterinary care. However, they've only just been shown off to the public, with the company going so far as to get a photo op with George R.R. Martin holding one of these adorable little killing machines, showing that man will literally interact with an extinct species before he finishes that last book. There is, however, one small problem.
Okay.
This isn't technically a direwolf.
Right, is it gene spliced or something?
Extinct, short of specking into necromancy, you can't exactly bring them back. Which is where this guy comes in. You see, the grey wolf shares 99.5% of its genetic code with the direwolf. So, using CRISPR gene editing, they basically toss the grey wolf back into the spore creator, then using the code found in direwolf
Jurassic Park,
as a build guide, juiced the out of it, boosting the size slider and putting some extra points into strength, as well as adjusting its head shape and teeth. All in all, they made a total of 20 edits to 14 genes, producing the closest thing we can get to a direwolf short of time travel.
Okay.
Which is cool as I give it 5 years before a man-made horror beyond comprehension breaks out of that lab and we are all playing Resident Evil.
Oh my God, man. Science is crazy, bro.
This
Flipping out,
bear
dude.
was actually a soldier.
Oh.
But how? You see, it was 1942, and the 22nd Polish Artillery Company were passing through the mountains of Iran on their way to the front lines to fight the Nazis. While passing through a town on their way, they were stopped by a young Iranian shepherd looking to trade with them for rations and a Swiss Army knife. When the Poles asked what he had to offer in return, the young shepherd produced a burlap sack containing an orphaned Syrian brown bear cub. You see, this bear's mother was shot by hunters, which is how he ended up in a low-tech Pokeball being offered as a trade deal. The Polish looked at the bear and, clearly seeing the potential for insane dad lore, said,
"Damn good deal."
And in the most worthwhile trade deal in history, parted ways with their supplies in exchange for a f***ing Pokemon, adopting him into their ranks and naming him Wojtek. And the 22nd immediately set about raising this little man as a proper bear and soldier.
Maggots!
As a baby, they would feed him condensed milk out of an empty vodka bottle, as well as feeding him on the cartoon bear diet consisting of fruit, honey, and marmalade. They also appointed a soldier as his caretaker, who wasted no time in showing Wojtek how to fit in with the rest of the army, teaching Yogi's little cousin to wave, salute, and even march.
Oh my God.
While not undergoing rigorous military training, Wojtek would hang out with the soldiers. He drank coffee with them in the morning, trained with them in the day, and when they all got shit-faced in the evening, he would f***ing wrestle with them.
Oh my God.
Do you know how much a brown bear has to love you to wrestle you?
And not kill you?
On top of double rations, they would also feed Wojtek treats in the form of beer and cigarettes. They let the bear have smoko. Eventually, Army High Command heard about this and were having absolutely none of it. You see, pets were not allowed in the army, which meant Wojtek had to go. Or did he? Because the 22nd Artillery Company officially enlisted him.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
Wojtek was given a serial number and granted the rank of private, so when confronted about the very conspicuous bear in their ranks, they simply went, "That's not a bear, that's Private Wojtek." And Wojtek took his new role very seriously, as during the Battle of Monte Cassino in 1944, Wojtek began using his bulk to transport artillery shells and ammo to soldiers engaged in combat. They had a fucking resupply bear. For his bravery, he was promoted to the rank of corporal, and the 22nd changed their insignia to a bear carrying an artillery shell. This absolute unit smoked, drank, and dropped artillery on the Nazis.
Bloody hell, man. Flippin' egg, dude, that's crazy.
Australia has just found zombified bugs.
Oh no, I know this one.
That's
oh
right,
my
we are
god.
closer to the Walking Dead Down Under
Oh
than you
god.
think. You see, just recently, a scientist by the name of Dr. Francois Brassard made a trek out to the remote savannah of the Northern Territory with the goal of finding and cataloguing brand new species of insect unknown to science. I mean, me personally, I think we've found more than enough bugs, especially considering that half of them can send me directly into the fucking soil. But what do I know, right? Anyway, on his trip to the middle of nowhere, he stumbled across a colony of spiny savanna ants, which is a pretty normal thing to find out there. However, getting closer, he noticed something a little off. You see, the main ant colony was fine. Completely normal. However, the several disfigured and deformed ant corpses clamped onto shoots of grass surrounding the colony like a Bug's Life version of Vlad the Inhaler. Yeah, those were significantly less normal. Brassard, mildly unsettled by the ant gore on his timeline,
what the hell is
took
this?
samples for inspection, and upon getting a closer look, realized something both
They're dead.
really cool and really, really spooky. The ants had been overtaken by fungus.
Big old red ones.
More accurately, a previously unknown strain of the cordyceps fungus, infamous around the globe for its ability to create zombie bugs. And the way it does it is unbelievably horrific. You see, it begins with a spore landing on an ant and producing a thin, rope-like strand that penetrates and attaches to their exoskeleton. At which point, the ant gets a little timer on his hotbar, counting down to a family reunion with his ancestors. Once inside, the fungus begins to take control of the ant's body and brain function, completely changing their behavior, replacing their colony-focused mindset with one single goal: climb. Its fungus-riddled mind drags its rapidly deteriorating body to the closest high point, which is usually a plant, with its final act being to clamp its mandibles onto the stem in a death grip. Finally succumbing to the infection and being completely consumed, its corpse blossoming into a fully grown cordyceps fungus and raining down spores onto the rest of the colony to continue the cycle of infection. Now look, I know this fungus is found elsewhere in the world, but it's a new strain and it was found in Australia. With my luck, I'm going to be playing The Last of Us against couch-sized spiders within the fucking week.
Oh my days, man. Bro, I'm never going to go Australia. Never. Here we go.
Well, to get your answer, we're going to have to look at our fighters for the most anticipated cage match of 2025. And in the red corner, standing at an impressive 6 feet tall and weighing a ridiculous 220 kilos.
You think humans could beat this thing?
Silverback gorilla.
Oh my god, dude.
Stepping into the ring to settle the score against humanity for what we did to Harambe, this fighter is bringing some impressive physical strength, capable of lifting up to 800 kilos of weight, meaning that if it gets its hands on you, a gorilla is more than capable of picking you up and doing you the same way that Hulk did
and Loki. Yeah.
Now, on top of being stronger than Eddie Hall, they also have an unreal reach advantage with a 2.6 meter wingspan. Which is a fairly major problem because a right hook from a gorilla produces 2,700
That's so cool, dude. That's actually
so cool, man. To put that into perspective, the human skull shatters at 1,400. So if Winston hits you with a haymaker, your head is going to pop like a watermelon. And with the cage fight,
Love
following
that.
the Mortal Kombat
Pop
rule
this
set,
out like a
we can
melon.
also factor in the gorilla's bite. Because despite being a pretty gentle herbivore in the wild, they have one of the highest bite forces on the planet
Lord.
at 1,300 PSI.
Lord.
That is 100 PSI more than a polar bear. And now, with our fighter statistics out of the way, let's get down to business. Can our gorilla win a fight against the 100 average men in the blue corner? Place your bets. Let's see who comes
money's on the
out
gorilla,
on
bro.
top. Yeah, look, I'm going to keep it real with you. Even with those stats, Winston here is getting bodied. I'm sorry, he's going back to the spawn room. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 directly to hanging out with Harambe in heaven. 100 people.
Yeah.
It's just too fucking many. He's getting
Really? You reckon? No, I want to say no. I mean, with no weapons, you think the humans would win? Huh. Oh, right. Yeah. Of course, if the humans are using weapons, they win. But like hand to hand, average, like 100 average people, I think the gorilla's got an edge.
However, not to say he's not going to take a few with him.
Yeah.
My guess is one guy runs up and gets swatted across the face like a toddler, shatters his ribs against the bars. Second guy gets grabbed by the leg and given the Hulk treatment. About 6 other guys cop swings to the head and die instantly from broken necks.
Man.
One dumbass is probably going to try to hit him off the top rope and get done the same way that Omni-Man did Nightwing. But at that point, the crowd probably jumps in and realizes that there are still about 90 of them, and it's over. Not that the fight even needs to happen, but it wouldn't be the first time we lost a gorilla to human stupidity. This is the deadliest snake in the world. Introducing the inland taipan.
Oh, no, right, the
taipan,
taipan, yeah.
venom noodle in the world. I will give you exactly one guess as to where it's found.
Australia.
It's Australia, of course. It's fucking Australia. Be so serious here. Where the else did you think you were going to find it? Canada? More specifically, as the name suggests, the taipan is found inland in the outback. Luckily, extremely far from civilization. Because this homicidal hospital hose is the definition of size doesn't matter. Because despite having extremely small fangs for a venomous snake, coming in at only 6.2 millimeters, the taipan is here to show you that you absolutely fucking can feel less than an inch, because those fangs contain the statistically deadliest snake venom on the fucking planet.
My God.
Yeah, taipan venom is a pina colada of pain, containing but not limited to hemotoxins to cause blood clots, myotoxins for paralysis and necrosis, nephrotoxins to shut down your kidneys, and 3 different kinds of neurotoxin. Needless to say, if it bites you, you will get a headache, vomit up the entire contents of your stomach, collapse to the ground in agonizing pain, and then your heart and lungs will stop, sending you to meet God in under 15 minutes. And that venom is so fucking potent that one bite contains enough toxin to do that to 100 people. But the funniest part of this snake's venom is that in the wild, they only hunt rats and f***ing mice. The deadliest venom on the planet.
Oh my God.
And they are using it to pack up Remy the rat. It's like hunting a rabbit with a f***ing orc.
That's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
What the hell, man? They're in the wrong lobbies, bro.
Dolphins get drunk. But why?
Okay.
Well, you see, the dolphin is by far and away the smartest animal in the ocean.
Right.
In fact, they're actually the second smartest thing on the planet, just behind you and me.
Wow.
This means they are smart enough to understand that the ideal way to spend your night is more plastered than Chad and Max on your average Cold Ones episode. Shut up! There is just one problem. Last I checked, there's no bottle-o and bikini bottom. So how does a dolphin get fired for all? Simple. They abuse pufferfish. You see, due to the lack of underwater alcohol, dolphins need to find other ways to get their fix, which is where SpongeBob's driving instructor comes in. You see, pufferfish contain this really cool and totally not dangerous substance called tetrodotoxin. What is tetrodotoxin? You know, it's only one of the most potent natural neurotoxins on the fucking planet. This shit will freeze your heart and lungs in under an hour with a tiny dose. And it's the reason why cooking a pufferfish requires a dexterity check so you don't, you know, hit the poison gland and get yourself deleted. Now, puffers carry this as a defense mechanism as poison accumulates in their organs and skin. Why is that important? Well, you see, I kind of lied. Dolphins don't get drunk. They get high on neurotoxin.
Okay,
Pods of dolphins will bully pufferfish until they inflate, then partake in a literal puff pass. By lightly squeezing the puffer in their mouth, they receive a small dose of neurotoxin,
that's why they do
which
it.
has a narcotic effect, allowing Flipper here to trip balls before passing the unhappy basketball onto the next submarine stoner. Flipper and friends saw the deadliest neurotoxin on the planet.
Yeah, I'ma smoke that.
And said, "Fuck it, let me try some of that."
Oh my lord, that's crazy.
This isn't a spider.
I knew the story of. I mean, like, I knew dolphins like to play around with pufferfish, but I didn't know that's why they did that. Yeah, I know, right? Oh my god, man, people live on the edge, bro.
It's a snake. Introducing
I've seen this one. Yeah, that's
mad.
mad.
As the name suggests, native to Iran.
Look at
you are all
the
probably wondering why the f this snake has decided to attach a cosplay of the average Australian resident to his tail.
Well, bad, didn't it?
The
Yeah,
answer
we saw.
is food. You see, every known snake species is a predator. Some eat Bambi, others eat Remy, and the spider tail, not unlike myself, absolutely fucking loves KFC. But birds famously tend to fly. And last I checked, note bribes don't have wings. So how does this viper get his zinger box? The answer is, again, food. You see, birds eat insects, and the spider tail knows this. So rather than trying to chase his prey down, this lazy fucker has evolved the evolutionary equivalent of DoorDash. You see, when a viper feels like a meal, it'll start the hunt by finding a nice rocky outcrop
Look
to
at the
curl up
camo!
on like a couch. And due to the camouflage on his scales, this snake becomes practically invisible. Once he's nice and cozy, he begins to slowly wiggle his tail back and forth in front of his face, perfectly mimicking the motion of an insect. Think of this as him placing his Uber Eats order.
That's
Meanwhile, up in the
insane.
air, our undercooked chicken tender is flying around when, holy shit, a free meal. What a delectable bug, just sitting there on that rock.
Forget fooling Bud, that's fooling me, man. What the hell?
So, Tweety Birdie swoops down to grab himself an insect happy meal. And just as he's about to reach his meal...
Oh, man. Damn, man. Damn. Yeah, everybody can imagine. Look at that. Dude.
This spider can remove your limbs. But how? Introducing the brown recluse, native to the United States of America, and a prime example of don't judge a book by its cover. Because despite only coming in at a huge 2 centimeters in length and rocking the spider equivalent of default character customization, this little f***er is a level 500 rot build that gives Melania a run for her money.
Right.
You see, a bite from a recluse starts in the
something.
most American way possible.
Yeah.
With you accidentally stepping foot onto his private property, causing him to exercise his Second Amendment rights. But considering a spider can't really hold a gun, he's gonna settle on biting your ass. Now, that initial bite's pretty painless. You smack him away, all's well. There is just one small problem. Congratulations, you are now the proud owner of necrotic venom coursing through your veins, which at first does nothing. You walk back to your house, the bite starts to sting a little more. You feel sick. The wound swells, and the blood vessels around the bite burst, turning it a deep red. Over the next few days, that colour shifts from red to purple to black, as the venom literally destroys and kills the surrounding tissue in a process called necrosis. This causes the skin to literally rot and fall off of your body, And if you don't catch it in time, that rot's gonna spread.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, it'll only make you violently ill and leave permanent scarring. If you're unlucky,
you lose a limb.
It just keeps spreading.
And you die.
And the venom starts to destroy your blood cells and shut your organs down. Now, there's kind of only one solution to that, but you weren't using that arm anyway, right?
Damn, man. Healthcare provided. Oh my god. Slice!
Australia has a straight-up Pokemon.
Okay.
Introducing the brush-tailed possum. More specifically, the golden brush-tailed possum. Native to the land down under and one of the rare examples of an Australian animal that isn't expressly designed to DoorDash you straight to heaven. You see, the brush-tail is one of a grand total of 23 species of Australian possum, which, despite the name, share absolutely no relation to the red-blooded American opossum. These adorable little marsupials come in all shapes and sizes, from the ringtail possum to the sugar glider.
Oh my god!
The golden brush-tail.
That's horrible.
Which is really just a common brush-tail possum with a red
Sugar glider
mutation
so
called
cute.
leucism that causes them to lose the pigment in their skin.
Oh.
So basically, it's a fucking shiny Pokemon. Coming in at around 4.5 kilos and 40 centimeters in length, these tree-dwelling marsupials are nocturnal and primarily herbivores, mainly consisting on a diet of leaves and fruit. And for added cute points, as marsupials, yes, they carry around their babies in a little pouch like their roided out cousin the kangaroo. However, come on, the thing is from Australia, you didn't really think these bad boys would be squeaky clean, did ya? You see, they aren't entirely herbivores.
Okay.
Sure, they love a good salad. They will also quite happily raid a bird's nest and turn Tweety's kids into a 3-egg omelette. Roadkill? Sounds like a fine steak dinner to me.
And just because it's not a venomous predator doesn't mean it can't take your fucking finger off.
Oh
and
god,
the cherry on top, Aussie Pikachu here doesn't go Pika. No, you see, Down Under doesn't have Pokemon trainers, because when you step into the tall grass out here, you hear this absolute fucking demon.
What? Oh my days.
Australia doesn't just have snakes and spiders. It has a tiger. Well, kinda. Introducing the thylacine, better known as the Tassie tiger.
Yeah, the Tasmanian
as the name suggests,
devil,
native to my home state of Tasmania. This tiny little island off Australia's
Tasmanian
south coast.
tiger? Tasmanian...
No, that is not New Zealand. They have hobbits, not tigers. Oh, tiger isn't entirely correct. You see, the thylacine is a cat on steroids. You see, this bad boy is the largest carnivorous marsupial on the planet. Despite the kangaroo coming in at 7 foot tall and throwing kicks like Chun-Li, on the planet.
It's a marsupial.
This bad boy is the largest carnivorous marsupial on the planet. Despite the kangaroo coming in at 7 foot tall and throwing kicks like Chun-Li, they are herbivores. And everything else with a pouch that eats meat is about the size of a chihuahua, making this 1.3 meter, 20 kilo kangaroo dog with a tiger persona the only marsupial apex predator. See, these things were ambush hunters, using stealth and speed to silently take down their prey like they're playing Assassin's Creed. On top of being a fully qualified Spec Ops agent, these things had a mouth on them to rival Kirby. Capable of opening their jaw a full 80 fucking degrees, which is absolutely terrifying and really cool. It's just one small problem.
Yeah?
You may have picked up on me talking mostly in the past tense, and that all of this footage is in black and white. That's because we don't have a tiger. We had one. Unfortunately, the thylacine was driven to extinction in the late 1980s. By what exactly?
Humans,
the British.
Oh,
you
the
see,
British,
when the Brits, did their thing and decided Tasmania was their house now, actually, they brought with them livestock, namely sheep and cattle, which was a fucking blessing to the Tassie tiger, which rapidly added these walking meatballs with the survival instincts of a wet sock to their meal plan. The colonists did not take kindly to the thylacine taking their livestock without a license in it.
You got a license for that, mate.
Bounties on their heads. Never mind that these things never attacked humans and very rarely took their livestock. No, they were an inconvenience. And so, they were hunted down. One by one by one. for 70 fucking years.
Oh
Until
my god, man.
September 7th, 1936.
The last Tasmanian tiger.
When the last thylacine, Benjamin, died cold and alone in a cage at the Hobart Zoo. Usually, I'd end these with a joke, but the fact that we wiped his entire bloodline and turned him into a rug isn't that funny.
Humans can be such destructive. Such a destructive force,
Australia
man.
just found a new record-breaking insect.
What the hell is this?
But before I show him to you, how the do we keep finding new bugs?
New patch.
See, Australia is home
New update,
to an estimated 200,000 species of insect, which is pretty damn impressive, especially when you consider the only place you're going to find more bugs than that is by counting the fucking roach population in Asmongold's walls.
Oh.
Now, the scary part of this is that out of that 200k, we've only actually identified 62,000, meaning that we have no idea what nearly 3/4 of the bugs in the country actually fucking do. So it should come as no surprise that while exploring Australia's dense rainforests, 2 scientists discovered a new record holder for the largest insect in the land down under, and it's a fucking stick bug.
Oh. Okay.
Introducing Optophylla alta, and coming in at a full 40 centimeters.
Oh my god.
And 44 grams in weight.
Oh my god.
I don't think that qualifies as a stick insect anymore.
That's a log.
Fucking Groot. Australia's very own Erd tree avatar was discovered in Queensland. Because of course it fucking was. And despite being enough inches in length to make any man jealous, it's actually completely harmless.
Okay.
However, given how many oversized bugs we already have, if we find any more, I think they're going to send the fucking hell divers.
Bloody hell, man. Insane,
this is
insane.
the world's biggest spider.
Oh god.
But why the f is it that big? Introducing Theraphosa blondie, a tarantula surprisingly not native to Australia.
Okay.
It's found on the other tyrannid hive continent,
New
South
Zealand.
America.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
let's address the elephant in the room. Yeah, this thing is fucking huge. Coming in at a frightening 175 grams in weight and 12 inches in leg span.
Damn,
Literally.
boy, he's thick.
And those legs are not the only place it's packing inches, because Shelob's cousin here is packing fangs that measure a huge
Let's see 'em.
inch
Oh!
in length. For
What?
scale, that is like a 6-foot human packing canines the length of a fucking ruler. But the important question, why the f is it so big?
Why is it?
And the answer is that I have withheld information from you.
Alright.
You see, I introduced this girl by a Latin name. She's much better known as the Goliath bird eater tarantula.
Oh,
that's right,
damn.
this EDF-sized spider, not
EDF.
unlike me, would fucking kill for some KFC. Literally. These bile titans will quite happily hunt
Bile
birds,
titans?
Remy, frogs, and even
Lizard.
and they do all of this without a fucking web.
No
Yeah,
webs?
Goliaths are a pure melee build, hunting by prowling the jungle floor, sensing for
Yeah,
movement with
right.
incredibly sensitive hairs on their legs.
Huh.
These hairs pick up vibrations in the air, which tell them when something is close. And once their
Radar.
spiders
Oh my
have tell them
God.
that Remy's in range, they fucking jump him, biting him with those daggers they call fangs, and injecting him with fucking neurotoxin.
Of course.
Can I go 1 week without covering neurotoxin? Of course this thing has it too. You know, I give up. I give up. They then drag their prey back to their burrow and spit up acidic digestive juices in order to suck their prey up through a fucking straw.
Oh my god. Freaking Australia, mate. Bam.
This spider hunts with jump scares. But how? Introducing the trapdoor spider.
Oh,
a
yeah,
family
yeah,
of
alright,
arachnid
alright.
containing
I know
hundreds
this.
of species found in every continent on the globe. Meaning, yes, for once, this bad boy could be in your backyard and you'd never know.
Hello. Now, trapdoor spiders are particularly interesting compared to other spiders due to their hunting method. You see, normal spiders tend to spend several hours spinning up some elaborate art piece for a fly to clothesline itself on. And tarantulas just jump. But trapdoor spiders, yeah, they hunt with a door. Very early on in life, trapdoor spiders dig themselves a hole. This silk-lined burrow will then serve as its home for basically its entire 20-year lifespan. Hell, they basically never leave the thing, like some neckbeard living in his mum's basement. But they've still got to eat, and since DoorDash does not deliver to spiders, this burrow doubles as their method for catching food. You see, they use their silk to craft a trapdoor over the burrow entrance. Then, using their fantastic arts and craft skills, they just bolt a bunch of random shit to their front door so it blends in perfectly with the floor. After finishing their construction project, they will spin up a bunch of basically invisible strands of web on the floor in the surrounding area that act as tripwires, feeding information back to their neckbeard nest whenever something steps on it. And when some unfortunate insect steps a little too close...
Money!
Oh my god, it's so quick! Bloody hell, dude.
This bird is a vampire.
A bird, yeah. How bad could this be?
Finch, native to the Galapagos Islands, and a great example of the horrifying affronts to the universe that evolution can produce when it decides to do a little trolling. Now, you see, at first glance, this is the most boring vampire you can possibly imagine. Coming in at a measly 12 centimeters and a mere 20 grams in weight.
Ooh, that's kind of small.
Rocking a feather pattern I can best describe as a Minecraft dirt block. And as it turns out, the bastards that wrote Twilight lied to me because it doesn't even fucking sparkle.
The skin of a killer bone.
So if it's missing fangs, angst, a cape, and the funny accent...
So what makes it a vampire?
The bones on it.
How does it qualify as a vampire?
Alright, let's
Simple.
see.
Drinks a shitload of blood. You see,
How?
most birds eat seeds and insects, and while the vampire finch can eat those too, there is a problem. They live on an island, and that island is very small. In fact, they're only found on 2 of the Galapagos Islands,
and
small islands means a far smaller amount of that food to go around. To the point where these finches can't rely on it as their sole source, which for a bird usually isn't a problem, because, you know, they don't need a plane ticket to just f*** off and fly somewhere. However, as the name suggests, the vampire ground finch can't fly for shit.
What?
So, how do they get their food? They suck it out of someone that can. This, don't laugh, is the Nazca booby. Hey, stop giggling back there. Another species of bird native to the islands. They are very strong flyers that feed on fish. They also nest on the islands, which is where our feathery Nosferatu comes to play. You see, when the boobies stop giggling, come to roost, the vampire finch will sneak over and hop onto their back. Then, using their razor-sharp beak, they will poke a very small, borderline painless hole into one of the bird's flight feathers. Once the blood is flowing freely, the vampire finch gorge themselves on it. See, as it turns out, blood is macro-friendly. And considering these things are living creatures, they just make more blood. In essence, giving the vampire finch an infinite food source. In fact, they can get so much blood from these birds, it is not uncommon to see multiple finches sucking from the same booby. I'm sorry. I can't say that shit.
Incredible. No, bro, that's fascinating, man. What? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing, man. Sucking from the same booby, man. You heard him, bro. Dude, what the hell? That is... I'm not gonna lie, that is the one that threw me for a loop the most here. That's crazy, dude.
A lot of people are scared of snakes.
That's cute.
But have you ever wondered what snakes are scared of? The answer is this fucking bird.
Okay.
Introducing the secretary bird.
What the flip is that?
And that bird. Introducing...
Oh my god.
The secretary...
Secretary bird. Is that, like it looks like it wears pants.
To the continent of Africa, and a prime example that being a
That's
hater pays off. Coming in at 1.3 meters tall and 4.27 kilos in weight, this lanky turkey has been purpose-built, nay, expertly fucking engineered by the gods themselves with the sole purpose of violating the ever-loving out of any garden hose that so much as looks at it the wrong way. You see, these bad boys are birds of prey, but unlike their cousins in the same category, they are primarily terrestrial, which means they spend most of their time on the ground. This is because their preference for diet is sentient slithering sausages.
Oh, no.
However, with this thing being endemic to Africa, their preferred meal also just happens to include some of the deadliest
king cobras and
predators
stuff
on the king planet. Does this stop the secretary bird?
Hell no.
No, mate. Despite having no natural venom resistance, these absolute fucking giga-chads will eat cobras, boomslangs, and black mambas without breaking a sweat. But how do they hunt these things without getting bitten? Simple. They just kick the fuck out of them. You see, those long-ass legs aren't just for show, as the secretary bird is capable of accurately curb-stomping a snake's head into the ground with a force equal to 5 times their fucking body weight. So when a secretary bird fancies a bite to eat, they start out by stomping the ground around dense vegetation. This causes snakes in the area to poke their heads out of their houses to see what the f*** is going on. The snake then looks up in horror as the secretary bird locks onto him, sprints over at
That's a
Mach
Pokemon,
9,
bro.
and then...
Dude, I love his edits so much. I love his edits.
This bird is a serial killer.
Jesus Christ, you're the Bay Harbor Butcher.
I really hate that name.
Introducing the Shrike, a group of feathery friends found all over the world, including the land down under. Now, at first glance, you may be thinking to yourself, how can this sweet little guy be a
surely.
killer? I mean, he's so tiny.
Whoa, look
They
at
only
those
grow
claws.
up to around 30 centimeters and cap their weight out at 90 grams. And on top of being about as threatening as a fucking teddy bear,
Okay.
look at their claws.
Not
a
that
shrike
big, yeah.
Trying to end anything with its talons is like trying to stab a hippopotamus to death with a fucking pool noodle. Listen to the thing. It sings like it's on American Idol. It's a songbird, a branch geek. You'd never heard a fly. But I'm fucking onto you, Tweety.
You give me the fucking creeps, you know that, Dexter?
You may have everyone else for, but I know exactly what you are. Because shrikes actually have another name.
Yeah?
They're called fucking butcher birds. Yeah, that's right. The Dexter jokes actually had a fucking point. Now, you see, when the Bay Harbor butcher bird wants to hunt, they first start by selecting a target.
Okay.
Tonight's tonight.
Now, unlike Dexter, their code tells them they can eat whatever the they want. Insects, mice, me, even lizard. And once they pick their meal, they wait for the right moment and swoop on it. Now, while those claws might be fucking useless, they do have a signature weapon. That tiny hook on the end of their beak. And once they land on their victim, they slide that hook into its neck, perfectly slotting between their vertebrae and severing their fucking spinal cord. But converting their prey into a vegetable isn't enough. No. These sick fucks keep trophies. Once they have paralyzed their prey and shattered its spine, they will fly its corpse back to their larder, which is either a thorn bush or a fucking barbed wire fence. And once they get home,
my God,
they fucking impale them.
They will then leave that corpse there for days, occasionally biting chunks out of it, eating it like leftovers from the fucking fridge.
You know what? Efficient,
Dexter
I guess.
collected blood slides. These fuckers create kebabs.
Oh, my days.
This crab is a boxer.
What's your name?
Agree! That's right, stepping into the ring at 0.15 grams and a huge 2.5 centimeters in length.
Oh,
it's the boxer crab.
Okay.
You see, while most crabs use their pinchers to feed and defend themselves, the boxer crab has instead elected to spec into CQC and throw f***ing hands. And despite their completely average and not at all small size, this f***er fights in the heavyweight division, able to punch out hundreds of times its size. But how does nature's little Mac win the fight?
Like a water pulse or something.
That's pretty simple. He f***ing cheats.
Air pressure or something. Water pressure. Oh, God. Oh,
you see, those little pom-poms aren't a fashion choice. Those are both sea anemones. That the boxer crab holds in its claws to use as basically f***ing brass knuckles.
What?
Now, to get these anemones by finding other boxer crabs who have them,
oh my
jumping
God,
them, and then claiming them like they are a f***ing WWE title
oh
belt.
my
Now,
God.
if you weren't aware, anemones are venomous plant-like animals that, in order not to get eaten, sting the shit out of anything that touches them. Boxer crabs are immune to that sting. But you bet your ass that everything that tries to eat the boxer crab isn't. So, the crab and the anemone enter into a symbiotic relationship, essentially becoming an aquatic venom, with the anemone getting some of the crab's food, and the crab gaining venomous brass knuckles. So, whenever a predator gets in the ring with Crab Tyson here, he'll wait for it to get just within striking range, and then...
Mr. Squidward, I should kick your f***ing ass!
Man.
Scientists just discovered a new fish.
Nah, what the hell is this?
Fucking ridiculous.
Oh, that's kind of cute. That's kind of adorable.
The bumpy snailfish, a freshly discovered species found off the coast of California. What makes this absolute specimen stick out is that it's a deep sea fish found at a depth of 3 kilometers.
Oh, bloody hell.
I am here to tell you exactly why. Because once God finished building this thing, he took a step back, looked at it, realized exactly how fucking chopped it was, and punted that thing into the depths of the ocean
it's
where
kinda
no
cute,
one would
man.
ever see it again.
It's kind of cute.
However, thanks to the hubris of mankind, it is here before us today to take the piss out of.
Oh,
Look at the top of his head.
I mean, fucking look at it.
Oh,
it
my
is
days.
a profoundly unserious creature. I do not think a single fucking thought has ever spawned behind those eyes. Not to mention the fit on it. It looks like an aquatic, uncooked turkey with a fucking smiley face drawn on it.
Yeah,
Coming in
the
at a
face is
solid 3 inches in length. Bumpy here is not the only species of snailfish. There's others that look like this.
Oh my
however,
God.
unlike his
The hell is
cousins,
that?
God deemed it so that this poor little f***er would be built like a shaved testicle. The scientific term for a pair of these should be a sack. However, despite the fact that he looks like a sperm cell with a receding hairline,
oh,
I love him.
Yes,
He's so cute. Look at that smile.
Yeah.
This reminds me of Sackboy on the PS3. I know when they got his ass on camera, he looked at it and went,
You know, when you showed me up, you put some of the stuffing in the wrong places, so I'm a little f***ed up. But will you take care of me forever and ever?
Yeah. Oh my, and it ends like that, man. Okay. Yo, dude, thank you so much, man. Always an absolute blast to check out More Parz. So thank you very much for that request. We learned a lot as well, man. We learned a lot. Bro, that was 50 minutes. Where did the time go? Where did it bloody go, man? Oh, that's crazy. Thank you for the request. And thank you, More Parz, for being the absolute ledge that you are, man. That was actually incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Lovely.
You are king. Dream 조선은 탄조. 조선은 조리어 받고. 결혼과 실로 스스로 밤에 시켰던 말에 비가
do it for the fam. I do it for the team, yeah, I do it with my hands. Team 1 till we're hand and all you got go eat so 3 ratchet poke time to bam. Gag ja verse gas so too. Back yeah, need the time to go though. Gag ja side dollar don't know me Joe. We all want explosion. Bam. No doubt it's the bills that I'm choosing. Pure cash from the white that I'm moving. Never losing. Self-care with the yellow make it for the bleeding and bruising.